took a photo of my wife, but in the picture, she was wearing a fur coat even though she had on a light, casual outfit at the time. We figured the camera must be malfunctioning until my wife dug an old coat out of an antique chest, walked over to the window, and struck a pose the exact same one from the photo. My jaw nearly hit the floor. We decided to try it again. My wife took a shot facing the front door. When the photo came out, a young man was pushing the door open, her brother, but there was no way he could be here. He'd been arrested and just handed a 7-year sentence. I said there was something seriously wrong with this antique camera. The words had barely left my mouth when the door handle turned. It was her brother. He told us he'd broken out overnight and come straight to his sister's place. Neither of us could say a word, and the way he pushed the door open was identical to the photo. The three of us sat down to talk it over. I said the camera was capturing whatever would happen 5 minutes from now, and maybe we could use that to our advantage. My wife and I were still bouncing ideas around when her brother had already grabbed the remote and turned on the TV. A horse racing broadcast was on. I jumped to my feet. If the camera could show us the outcome 5 minutes ahead of time, couldn't we just take it to the racetrack and know the winner before the race? The three of us emptied our pockets, scraped together a few $100 and decided on the spot to head out. At the racetrack, we timed it carefully and snapped a photo of the scoreboard. When the picture came out, the results were already there. Horse number 6 wins. I rushed over to place my bet. The race kicked off, and no, 6 was running somewhere in the middle of the pack, but in the final stretch, it pulled away from the field and crossed the finish line first. We were grinning ear to ear. We checked the scoreboard. It matched the photo down to the last detail. Since it worked once, we went for it again. Now that we had some money to play with, as long as we snapped a photo before each race, how could we possibly lose? Round after round, we kept pushing our bets higher, and every single call was dead on. We were counting so much cash, our hands were cramping. Back at the room that night, I went straight online and ordered a sports car. With this camera, our luck was finally about to turn around. That's when the waiter came in to collect the room service tray. He got curious and started fiddling with the camera on the table. I told him to be careful with it, but then he asked, "Does this camera stop working after 10 shots?"
10 à la propriétaire. That means 10 to an owner.
My stomach dropped. We sent him on his way and started counting. 2 test shots in the room, 6 at the racetrack. That left us with only 2 chances. I wanted to go back and win big the next day, but my wife wanted to hold on to it for the future, and her brother suggested we sell it. We got into a full-blown argument, and during the back and forth, someone accidentally hit the shutter, another shot wasted. I was furious. When the photo developed, my wife looked like she was screaming.
Why do you think she's screaming, Woodward? Tell you why she's screaming. She's screaming because somebody's trying to do something to her husband.
I pulled out a pocket knife. If the camera was showing something bad about to happen, I figured I'd get ahead of it. I shoved my wife aside and closed in on her brother, step by step. We struggled all the way to the window and got tangled up in a fight. My wife had drifted into the exact spot from the photo. After a few shoves, both of them tumbled out the window. My wife was now in the same position as the photo, and in one moment, she lost both her husband and her brother. The grief was unbearable.
However, we must muddle through these things. We must live with tragedy.
She picked up the camera again and walked toward the window.
Simply for posterity. May you both rest in peace.
She was on the verge of ending it all when the waiter burst back in. He'd been listening at the door the whole time. He grabbed a stack of winnings off the table and stuffed the bills into his bag.